on the tee at the par 5 8th with our leader.
Look out.
Right.
Oh, that is a boundary fence over there, James.
He's going to have to hit a provisional here because I don't know really where that landed.
Scottie Scheffler for eagle at the 8th.
Can Scottie do something special? Make one from long range? He cannot. Hasn't seen the ball drop for quite some time, but that's a good effort from that.
His pace from long range, though, is phenomenal. There's never really a threat to 3-putt.
Woodland for birdie from just inside of 23 feet.
Can he get within 2, Matt?
Oh, he had it on line. That was a big putt with Minwoo Lee in trouble.
Well observed.
He wouldn't know that, but good effort.
Rory at 11.
This is very makeable here.
Good shot.
Okay, so Amelia, this is where the drive ended for Minwoo Lee. What is the situation?
It is a difficult situation, that's for sure. We're fortunate to have found the ball. This golf ball ended up right near some cables, so currently taking relief from that, or just moving the cables.
I don't know if they don't know. I don't know if they don't know.
I don't think it did.
It did, no?
I don't think it did.
Do I just take it? Yeah, go ahead and move the tee and then while that moves, you're good. Okay. Okay. Only thing, I mean, I can probably get on my knees and just try to beat the ground.
Did you hit it where?
Just three, I mean,
The thing is, 240 from here.
we can have a what's too close? No, I gotta hit it.
3 iron under here. 4 iron under here.
Let me have it. There you go.
I just don't see the advantage here. Like, unless you can get it under the fairway or get it where we hit the 5 iron under the green, you know?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I just get any contact, regardless of what it is, just pass it. I mean, I don't know what the it is.
When was the last time you hit one on the green?
No, never.
Pardon?
No, it's a bit. The only thing is it's pretty lofted, isn't it?
It's totally locked. If you're going to hit that, you need to do it with a 7 iron or something, but I just don't think it's ever the shot.
Yeah, it's a bit.
This whole thing is making me nervous, James.
That's a win. You know what I mean?
The only thing is 2 club links. Get it here.
You were good. You were good.
The only thing is it's a long way. It's pretty long. Not like
Minwoo wants to hit this shot.
It's going to be a fair lie. Which is what you like a fair lie, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Can you go in and look and hit it with a standing up? You can't hit
This
it
is
standing
a
up.
contrast of an experienced caddy and a
You see where
social
it
media
gets to,
superstar.
you can get it to first. With the 2 club
It just feels too risky, James.
Yeah. Probably here.
This is for birdie for Scottie Scheffler. He does not know of the drama taking place behind him.
And Scheffler, a couple under for the day and really hasn't had his best stuff.
For par for McIlroy at the par 3 11th. To 13 we go with Wyndham Clark for birdie.
T moved up on this hole today, only 309.
He gets to 14 under. There's starting to be some pretty big names lurking.
luck. One of the hottest rounds on the course.
This is the par 3 ninth.
149. This is the range where Scottie Scheffler absolutely dominates the world of golf.
It looks like it's coming this way. Yeah. Yeah, just stock wedge.
I think we can land a couple behind it even with this pin. Let's play for 47.
With the wedge?
Yeah. Give it that.
Well, you heard it there from Ted Scott. 149 to the pin, just a touch behind them from the right, trying to hit a 147-yard shot, landing just beyond.
Taking a pretty direct line here, Drake.
Another shot to 15 feet.
This is Valamaki for birdie. This would tie him for second and 15 under. Come on in.
6 under for the day.
Well, this now makes all the drama happening right here with Minwoo Lee even more relevant.
I just feel like from this bad line.
Okay, Amelia, bring us up to speed.
It was a smart play for Minwoo to take the unplayable. Just way too risky under the bush.
You weren't looking at that, were you? I was never. I can see the flag from this. You know what I mean? What's easier
Now that
shot
he's
for you, mate?
taken the unplayable, he can get aggressive with this next shot.
Like, putt? Let me yeah.
Amelia, is he looking left or right of this tree?
Yeah, sure enough.
Well, there's a lot of people left, so if he was looking left, it would be scary for those that are on the left side.
We need to get that right. Only a hair out of the right. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone just stand still, thank you. All right, then.
The key with this shot is being smart with your advancement. You don't want to get too risky with this. Put it back in play. The reason why you took a penalty was taking double out of play. You can still make par from this position. Just want to have good tempo and keep this low.
Looking left of the tree trunk here.
Sounded heavy. There's more that
In the
kind of
fairway, all I needed to do there.
wet lie. It is a par 5. Have to get it up and down to save par, but
That is our leader, Minwoo Lee, with some drama out here at the par 5. Largest 54-hole lead at the Texas Children's Houston Open since 1983. Scott Hoke led by 5. He finished second. Matt Kuchar led by 4 in 2014. He finished second. Tony Finau in 22 led by 4 and 1. What of Minwoo Lee? Will he balance that table? Let's take you up to 17 with this second from Rico Hoey.
Left of the fairway on this 398-yard hole. Pin cut on the back left portion of this green. Beautiful shot there. That's going to be a lovely birdie look for Rico.
This is where we stand. Minwoo Lee lies threes in the fairway at the 8th. Minwoo Lee will have 86 yards left for his target to the flag coming up. But first we go to Rory McIlroy at the 12th.
Perfect position off the tee, only 139 yards. He can take dead aim here for McIlroy. Beautiful wedge shot. Very accessible from over there. McIlroy trying to get within 3 shots.
Ryan Gerard at the 9th. He's on 12 under par.
Wow.
For the moment.
I think we'll give him that one. That's to get him to even par again for this final round.
We are seeing some great golf played today. In this final round of the Texas Children's Houston Open. Stay with us for it because it's going to get better and better as we go. And we're looking down on this beautiful golf course. You can see where it sits in the proximity to the city of Houston. This is Grillo for birdie at 17.
Coming off an unfortunate double at the 16th, trying to right that ship. And going to have a little work to get back on course.
Have either of you guys tried those counterbalanced putters, the larger putters?
We've tried everything, Matt. Nothing works.
You answered me with an air of desperation.
I answered for Andre too.
That's Lee Hodges you're looking at. That's on 17.
Lee playing nicely today, 5 under on his round. This is very makeable. Just need to be aggressive, chipping into the grain, be precise with where you want to land that. Gave it a shot.
All right, there's Min Woo Lee at 18 under. Little work to do at 8 to get up and down and save his par and maintain a 3-shot advantage over Valamaki and Woodland. Sammy is 6 under today. It's been a nice day for golf, both today and yesterday too. Earlier in the week, Thursday and Friday, we were dodging and weaving around rain, and then thunderstorms were delayed. The last 2 days has been quite nice. Although, in the afternoon on both days, the winds tended to kick up just a little bit. This is Hoey at 17.
He is on a tear on this backside. Already 4 under on the back and for his round. Make it 5.
Wow.
11 under now for the tournament and a tie for 15th.
Big shot here from Min Woo Lee, 86 yards away.
Trying to get this up and down to save par. Oh, sublime shot. Good recovery from Min Woo.
The rhythm looks so good on that, and that's where you're going to really see his nerves on a short shot.
For birdie at the 9th from Scheffler.
He just seems so annoyed on the greens right now.
Gary Woodland at the 10th.
All below his feet here. Awkward left hole location. Tough to commit over there, but that is still just fine. He's been great from that distance on the greens today.
Gary Woodland goes out in 31 today.
Giving himself a lot of opportunities on the greens, and you see 12 putts through the first 9 holes. That will do it, especially when you're giving yourself that many opportunities for birdie.
This is Ryan Fox at the par 5 8th just a moment ago.
Fox needs to make a move with Min Woo in a little trouble. Okay. Currently 6 shots back.
All right, Toasti with this from 58 feet 7 inches for eagle.
Speed control has been great so far for Toasti, coming back down the hill, breaking right to left.
Great weight on that one.
So Toasti and Fox both in there close for birdies. Toasti trying to get it back to even par. No one in this group's really pressuring Min Woo Lee. They're all fighting their own internal battles.
Well, Amelia, the question is how much pressure is upon the shoulders of Min Woo Lee? Although, wait a minute, Alejandro Toasti, we're told the conversation here is that Alejandro Toasti was not pleased the amount of time it took to arrive at a ruling and decide what play would be executed by our leader, Min Woo Lee.
I disagree with the analysis from Toasti. He wasn't there watching Min Woo. Min Woo just took a while to figure out if he was going to play the shot under the bush or not. Ended up, once he took the unplayable, his time was fine. I mean, he's in the lead. He's never won on the PGA Tour before. You got to cut him a little bit of slack after being in a hard position.
You're exactly correct, Amelia. And if the tour feels like they need to put this group on the clock or there's a time issue, they will enforce it. So there is parameters they work within. So Toasti just frustrated as he's been slowed down here.
I understand what they're saying, though. They have been on the hole for about 31 minutes now.
Just outside the right here, a big par putt.
Wow. You have to say that that was impressive, gents.
Well, if you're frustrated someone's taking their time, you're going to be even more frustrated when they save par.
Rory McIlroy for birdie at 12.
Continues his run.
Huge putt for McIlroy.
McIlroy's worked himself all the way up into second place. He is 3 shots back alongside of Valamaki and Woodland. Speaking of Gary Woodland.
Can he get it to 6 under for his round?
Oh! Woodland goes to 16 under. He's only 2 shots back.
That's 5 under for his round today, Woodland. He's
Very
on fire.
impressive golf and action. It is a beautiful day for this game. I love this shot, too, to give you a sense of proximity to the city. Rasmus Højgaard off the tee at 17.
Drivable hole yesterday. Tee moved back today, so everybody playing for position here. This hole, the 17th, had the most balls of any hole on the PGA Tour in the water last year. 110.
What are we at this year?
Still like it too low.
Efforting.
Right to the camera.
Buffering.
Just left
Buffering.
the white bird. Just left to the white bird on that Children's Hospital logo and left to the FedEx.
Thorbjorn's son. Michael has this. He just seems to have all the tools to be a superstar in the waiting.
Yeah, #1 in PGA Tour University coming out. Pretty decent rookie year. Dre, he plays with a baseball grip too.
Athlete. It doesn't matter what club he has in his hand. He's not getting cheated as far as speed.
Couple top 5s as an amateur. But I think you're right, Matt. Everyone's just waiting for him to kind of get kick-started.
Well, I did get that information for you. Only 30 balls in the water this year.
Okay, so no record set.
Michael Kim, who's been playing so well of late, came into the week number 52 in the world, needs to get inside of the top 50.
4 or left.
That was Michael Kim's tee shot. Not sure if it made it to that water over there. Here's where we stand. Look on the right. You can see it, Minwoo Lee. He was able to save his par at the 8th to remain on 18 under. He has a 2-shot lead over Gary Woodland, who just made birdie. This is Clark for yet another birdie today. He has it. This is a sprint to the finish. Par 3, 9th. Alejandro Toasti on the tee.
Going with a 52 degree. From 149, tucked right hole location.
Ooh, little adrenaline rush there.
Back to 12. Taylor Pendrith for birdie. This is to get to 14 under.
Okay, 4 back now.
You're looking back to the tee of the par 3, 9th.
The wind is starting to pick up just a little bit, coming downwind slightly off the right. This is a pitching wedge. Got to make sure you get it on this back shelf.
38-year-old Ryan Fox.
Stay there. Stay there. I'll leave a little more difficult putt there. Back up over a ridge.
Gary Woodland on the tee at the par 3, 11th.
206 yards back into the breeze. There is a false front.
Leaning right.
How cool is that flight? Just that window that starts out low, high fade. Pretty to watch.
Second for Lee Hodges at 18.
Hodges trying to get it to minus 13. It's the difficult par 4, 18th. He's faced with this second shot.
Wow, he took dead aim, but everything runs away from you past that pin. Long uphill putt coming for his birdie attempt.
Got to flirt with that front edge if you want to get it close.
Our leader at the 9th.
You have to really challenge that pin to get it close, and he did, drawing that in from the right.
How about these two back-to-back wedge shots?
So impressive.
In trouble at 8, you get it up and down for a par. And here, you take on one of the more aggressive lines and hit one of the closest shots of the day.
This is what he did yesterday at the same hole.
This was a 9-iron from 175.
What was amazing with the array of reaction shots that we just showed you is the way that he was calling the ball back to the hole because he knew we used that ridge behind it. All right, Scottie Scheffler, one of the chasers, second at the 10th.
Out of the rough here, 131 yards. But it's Scottie Scheffler. He knows exactly where to land it every time.
It's unbelievable how just a couple yards here and there from that distance, how accurate he is.
Most players are like, okay, I'm going to err just a little bit beyond the flagstick here. He's like, no, I need to land this a yard on to get it close, and makes it happen.
15th hole today, this Wyndham Clark, 147 to this left cut pin.
Easy now. Oh, that's difficult if it gets down the bottom.
I think it's just a little bit of a ledge there that'll hold it.
Sammy.
There is a ridge just right of this hole that you can use. There's some of it.
These two just going shot for shot, both at 6 under par, both part of that group at 6 under with alongside Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, they've all worked their way to 15 under for the championship on a Sunday that it's providing us with so much drama. Admittedly, some of it authored by this man, Alejandro Toasti, was apparently upset with the amount of time it took our leader, Minwoo Lee, to play the 8th.
I wonder how much of that, if there was any gamesmanship in that, just trying to get under the skin a little bit of Minwoo Lee.
Oh. You know, the first observation I'd make to that question would be, would Minwoo Lee have been aware of the fact that Alejandro was having that conversation?
Yeah, unsure.
I don't think so, unless someone told them they were trying to work out where the drop was going to be played and the shot shape he was going to use. And once again, yeah, they might have taken 31 minutes, but are they on the clock? Are they behind? They're well within their rights to use time if it's slow. So they were playing the par 5 8th, which would probably been them waiting for the green if they were quick to go with their second shots. But did that affect Toasti?
Tiger Woods used to be very effective, and he said that when he get upset about something, whether it was a missed shot or what have you, as we watched Molinex's second at 11, he would let the emotion, he'd purge it immediately on the moment. Well done. And then not be constrained by it or impacted by the next shot.
Toasti did not lose his turn, chipping this well past the hole.
Just went way too aggressive. I mean, it went right over the hole, so was trying to chip this in. Up until this 9th tee, this group has been waiting on pretty much every shot. This will be a slow putt breaking left up the hill.
Just inside of 34 feet.
With what we were talking about earlier between Minwoo and Toasti, as we jump over to 11th with Woodland to get within 1.
He's been online all day, even from long range, Woodland has.
This is Scottie Scheffler at the 10th. This putt for birdie could see him settle to 15 under. He will be 3 shots back currently because Minwoo has a birdie putt coming up at the 9th.
Well, when you hit it that close, it's easy to make them. And Scheffler, even though he is 3 under for his round, he's probably left a couple out there in this final round.
All the way up to 18 we go with Lee Hodges.
This is a double breaker, very slow.
That much left for par. Okay, so Amelia, bring us up to speed. What did Alejandro do? And then we have this birdie effort from just inside of 10 feet for Minwoo.
Well, Alejandro has a short one left for bogey, was not able to convert that 30-footer for par. Minwoo Lee yesterday talked about staying patient. He's had incredible patience to be able to take that unplayable on the 8th and now absolutely stuff it here on the 9th. It's just a little left to right downhill.
Beautiful birdie. Really impressive. Impressive poise by saving par back at the 8th after a penalty, and then making birdie on the very next hole. This is Wyndham Clark for yet another birdie today. He's 6 under through 14 to this point.
That's 42 feet. This is not an easy two-putt. Up over a ridge and then back down.
The effort was for his 4th consecutive birdie as well.
Clark's best result of this season was a tie for 15th, so working on a really nice performance here.
Back up to 18 we go. Rico Hoey. Try to get to 12 under.
Yeah, nice one to finish out with here. Aggressive, and the fist pump, he loves it. It's a big result for him to get to -12, as you said, and creep currently into that top 10.
Yeah, 64 today. Well done.
How about being 7 under his last 10 holes? Always has a big smile on his face. The man playing out of the Philippines.
A big personality.
Currently, if he could stay in that position, the best he's had this year was a top 25. So very nice from Hoey.
Let's take a look at the 13th now. The tee's up some.
Only 309 yards on the card today. We're going to see a lot of players giving this a go. 308. Sorry, I'm 301 to the front edge, so doable for someone with Rory McIlroy's length.
Breeze into off the left.
Just jumping into that primary rough is going to make that a little bit more difficult. He's probably going to have to bump something into a slope.
This is Semi Valamaki for birdie at 15. Get in.
Little emotion there for the big Finn. 7 under on his round through the first 15 and heading to a par 5.
Wow.
That's a big fist pump from a big man.
A big moment, too. I mean, they're, as well as Minwoo Lee is playing, he just has to continue to do so because they're closing the gap. Scottie Scheffler with his tee shot.
A little bit of a double cross there, looking for his fade.
Speaking of our leader, Minwoo Lee.
Trying to cut something off the left bunker and does a nice job at that.
He might have even had that left bunker with this wind down off the left. That is a good miss.
Not a bad angle there to that left cut pin.
Okay, so Wyndham Clark now. This is for par.
No problem.
Well done. We have seen such impressive play, such great poise. Minwoo Lee is trying to win for the first time on the PGA Tour. And there are many players now that are starting to assert themselves to be heard.
Minwoo Lee at the top by 3. Paul Bjornsson at 17.
Long range here, out of position. 1 under on his round so far today. Outside birdie look here. Just tough to get that all the way to that pin. Uphill the entire way there, James, as everything on this green does slope towards the penalty area right.
Putting straight back into the breeze. It's an awkward hole location. A lot of players electing to take iron off the tee, considering that this was drivable yesterday, so it's kind of that mind shift. This was Min Woo making that putt, almost that confident walk.
And it just seems like it's his tournament to lose, right? But he's playing smart golf, making good decisions, and just not putting himself out of position. 2 birdies on his front 9, and he turns it 2 under. So he's forcing everybody in the field to come catch him, James.
We talked about at the start of the day that if he could get it to -20, it's tough for anyone to really catch him. You've got Valamaki. Yes, he's -7 for the day. Got it to 3 back of Min Woo, but still running out of holes. Only 3 to play. So Min Woo's looking to join these 3 Australians to get into the winner's circle. Last 3 Australian winners on the PGA Tour. Carl Phillips, the superstar, was in college no longer than a year ago. He's already a winner on the PGA Tour. Cam Davis, the 2024 Rocket Classic. Jason Day in the state of Texas in 2023 at the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson.
A lot of talent emerging from your fellow countrymen in Australia, James. It's fun to watch.
What's impressed you about Min Woo's final day, considering he's never won and he's searching for that victory?
It's really just been the entire week. His putting has been so solid, and you need to do that to get into the winner's circle. Most weeks on the PGA Tour, that person that wins is going to be in that top 10 range of putting, and he's doing that, and he's on top of that rank at #1 in the field.
And anyone would look at 1 of 6 fairways today and think alarm bells ringing, but he's just known when he misses a tee shot where to miss it on this golf course out here at Memorial Park. And with his distance, he can almost cover a lot of the trouble when he does get a little bit offline.
Correct. When he is offline, he's one of the longest players in the field too. I believe he is up there in that stat. Overall driving distance 3rd at 315 yards average driving this week. And with not a lot of rough, as you can see right here with Gary Woodland, you can still attack when you have wedge in your hand.
Woodland's 2nd into 12. ...144 yards. Is it going to hold on that back edge? Okay, he's made a couple of those 20 to 25 footers for birdie in this final round.
He's one of those players that's only a couple of holes in front of Min Woo, so still has a chance, but needs to stay hot.
Andre, how difficult is this shot for Rory McIlroy? While we wait for that, we'll go back to the 16th with Valamaki.
Just a quick tee pick up there, so that should be in position where he can give this green a go in 2.
Yeah, this whole location right on the front in this final round. So you need to be in the fairway. Over at 11, Scheffler's 2nd.
A lot of green to work with. It is running slightly away from him, though.
Oh, this is beautiful. Love watching him hit those low spinners that check right and release out on the perfect line.
Just great technique. Not a lot of wrist hinge. Really uses his big muscles to turn it back through. And you asked me how difficult this shot is. It wasn't playing quite as bad when that wind was into him, but he's going to have to be very precise of where he lands this. Hitting back into the grain on this green, but there's only about 15 feet short of the front edge and the pin.
Just all he could really do. I like the play with driver off the tee. He had to give it a chance, but really there you saw he had 5 yards. It was really 2 yards to work with as we go to the 16th. Now Wyndham Clark, he's got the firepower for here at 16.
This is quick right. This has got to go.
Oh, that was just fine.
I mean, that's a shortcut right there.
Over to 17. First time we've seen the Belgian in the coverage today. Thomas Dietrich joined the winner's circle for his first victory on the PGA Tour back on the WM Phoenix Open.
And you can see the little change in color right here with it's dark. So he's putting straight back into the grain uphill. Just got to make sure that you give this enough pace.
You said it, Dre. Even from short range, you kind of got to get yourself to hit those putts into the grain. Now Minwoo Lee at 10, only 112 yards left.
Coming in from a great angle to a left hole location.
Just very smart decisions all day long. He's been a little squirrely off the tee, but he's never made a mistake by short-siding himself.
No unforced errors.
Pendrith, second shot at 13.
Needs such soft hands for this shot. Just trying to keep that ball on the face as long as possible.
It's about as good as you can do from there, Dre.
I mean, you can get it closer below that hole, but you need to be really taking some risk with that shot. If it doesn't get to the green, it's right back at your feet.
Well, it's starting to get a little spicy here in the final round. As we go to the second shot for Valamaki at the 16th. Okay, that'll be for eagle.
And that's a pretty intelligent shot right there to the fat part of the green.
Scottie Scheffler on the tee at 12.
Aiming down that left side, trying to hit his pattern fade. Just perfect.
Just doesn't seem to have too much stress on him anytime. Never swings outside of himself. Seems like that same rhythm every time he stands over the ball.
Yeah, for a guy that is still only 29 years of age, feels like, 28. I was going to say 28. Feels like he's been on tour for 15 years and one of the more just kind of smart players, even though he's a superstar.
It's kind of a reflection of his life, isn't it? It doesn't seem like he's consumed by the status that he has. That's Alejandro Toasti. That is Wyndham Clark.
Wyndham down the right side here, second into the par 5. Easy. Okay, Clark running out of holes here, currently at minus 15 and 4 back.
Toasti has 23 feet 5 inches for birdie.
Well, this was an excellent shot from Toasti out of the fairway bunker. Had to elevate it quickly over the lip. Good distance control sitting at hole high. Coming back down the hill, breaking left. So this is all about judging the pace. He's been a little bit aggressive when it comes to the chipping and the lag putting today.
He is 1 over on today's round.
Yeah, only player in the top 25 that's over par.
Both times when Toasti was too aggressive on the 7th and the 9th, he made bogey.
All right, a bounce back then.
Toasti knows how big this final round is for him. Player that had to go back to Q School to regain his PGA Tour card last year.
Big putt here for Rory McIlroy at 13.
That's not going to thrill him. He knows that every putt has to have a chance coming in if he wants to try to put any kind of pressure on Minwoo Lee.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had to press off the tee here at the drivable par 4, and when you get out of position, it's almost impossible over on that right side.
Now Minwoo Lee at the 10th.
Another shot where Minwoo just played very great position golf, being past the hole here, not messing with the trouble in front. This is all a matter of judging this read. There's a slope in the middle of this putt that's going to push it to the right.
Minwoo's hit a lot of good putts from this range today. That was end over end. You could see it with the line on his board.
Michael Thorbjornsen at 18.
Level lie from 188 yards. Very difficult with the false front. Oh, look out. A couple of spectators over there that are awake now. That is a very strange shot.
Meisner for birdie at 17.
Gets quick past the hole. Just a bit outside there.
Second year on the PGA Tour for Meisner.
Gary Woodland for birdie at the 12th.
Those putts into the grain are just so slow, and committing to being firm, it's very difficult.
Now Taylor Pendrith for birdie at 13.
Good little flip wedge shot to this point. Just unable to convert. He also thought that was going to break a little bit more. We've seen a lot of guys have trouble reading these greens.
This is Wyndham Clark's third at the par 5.
Plenty of green to work with here. I'm expecting it to go a little bit more left to right at the end, but that is not too bad.
Par 3 11th, Toasti.
.206 back into the wind here and drawing it, and that is really turning left.
That's the second time we've seen that double cross swing from the one back at the first.
Scottie at 12, 163.
163 yards, and this shot down off the left, tough to get it close there. That's where Gary Woodland just hit a putt from. So
I've seen a lot of people come in with shorter irons than that.
This is for eagle for Sammy Valamaki. This is to get within 1.
wow,
Hitting beautiful lines.
he's not shying away. That was tracking.
What a great effort. Our leader, Minwoo Lee.
It's going to be a hair. See what's in between the first two holes. Exactly. Or, you know what? Even on the second one, 1, 2. Yeah, on the first one. Yeah, exactly. Just left of the camera tower. Yes, right. Exactly right. Got your shot?
Back into the wind on this par 3, 206 yards. You want to flight this one low under the wind. Make sure you have enough distance to clear that right bunker.
Just continuing to pepper that stat page.
If Minwoo Lee holds on and has this edge, at some point we have to start to have the conversation about how much Bo gets credit for the way that he's managed his player. Canadian Adam Hadwin second at 17.
1 over on his final round. But we'll have a pretty reasonable look at the 17th to get it back to level par.
Michael Thorbjornsen, you remember he was wayward at 18, so this is his third.
It's a strange shot for his second. Maybe mud on the ball, but very good recovery here. That is a false front he has to cover. He had to send it way up in the air. Not a lot of players getting it that close from just short of the green. So nice work from Thorbjornsen.
We take you back to 17. In the area where players are making a number of approach shots we've seen today. Anderson has 140 left for his.
First-year player on tour. Lovely shot.
17 is awkward today, Andre, playing into the wind, and it's just for a short hole, plays tough.
Højgaard from just in front at 18.
So we saw Harry Hoare earlier in the coverage from this position. He failed to get it within 20 feet, so got to hit it hard here early.
Oh, he hit it hard.
And that is why it's so difficult, because if you flirt with being perfect with that pace, it could be back at your feet. So you sometimes see players overcorrecting, and he's laughing.
The winds are starting to kick up just a bit on this Sunday afternoon in Texas. Are they winds of change? That we do not know yet, because Min-Woo Lee has been able to hold his edge today very effectively, 2 under through 10. It's not as if he hasn't faced questions, but he's answered each time. Sammy Valamaki is 8 under after 16 holes today, folks. He's only 2 shots back, so the rest of the field is certainly not making it easy on our leader. If you look at the far right column, you can see how players are performing in this final round.
Scoring average right around a shot and a half, bit over a shot and a half under par, which has been the trend here in the last 3 days. So scoring is out there, as we can see, with an abundance of birdies here, and the big Finn Valamaki trying to challenge Min-Woo Lee at the top of the leaderboard.
Wyndham Clark for birdie at 16.
It's unfortunate.
Toasti second at 11.
Pretty good recovery right there, getting it back into position. He's going to have that to save par.
So this is how Valamaki has closed the gap today, doing just that. You heard me mention that birdie. We pay it off for you. He's now only 2 shots back. Scottie Scheffler will be the next to try to effect a birdie. This one for him will be coming on the 12th.
This is a difficult putt from just out 21 feet. Slow. Not a lot of players getting it to the hole from here. Uphill, left to right. We have seen everyone do that from that position.
Rory McIlroy, left side of 14.
Straight back into the breeze here.
177.
And it's kicking up. 4 out of the last 7 holes is straight back into the teeth.
To the par 3 11th we go with our leader Min-Woo Lee.
Min-Woo's ball sitting right at the point of the ridge where it almost looks like it could go both ways. Alejandro Toasti, his chip drifted off to the right. Ryan's Fox, his putt went off to the left. So there's not a whole lot of movement. It's just a matter of judging the pace. It was almost a birdie for Minwoo on the 10, just managed to lip out. He's had great speed control today, and that's why a couple of big par saves and birdie putts, he's been able to lip those in even though they have not gotten in the center.
27 feet awaits him here.
It's a tough putt to read. Still yet to see a player make one from that side of the cup, but once again, stress-free golf. He's playing to conservative angles and really playing smart golf.
Gary Woodland is 3 back.
309. This is leaking quickly to the right. This is going to be a tough angle for this front right pin, especially when you put a tree in between yourself and the green.
Well, we saw Pendrith and Rory from just right of the green unable to get it inside 12 feet, and now Woodland, tree trouble and short-sighted.
Big drive here by Valamaki. Has to find the fairway.
'17 so difficult today because you have to hit iron off the tee. It plays back into the wind, and if you are a little conservative or miss-hit your tee shot, then you have a long way in for your second.
Alejandro for par.
Mistake made off the tee. Some 40 yards left of that pin.
Wyndham Clark now at 17. Drive.
Love this play. It's not what we've seen, Dre, of anyone in the field. Everyone's basically hitting iron, and he's like, nope, I'm going to force the issue here.
Give himself a little shorter shot coming in.
Ryan Gerard at 12. Is this much left for par to remain in 14 under?
Gerard's fought back in this final round. He was over par early.
Very solid rookie campaign. Only missed 1 cut this year out of 9 starts.
Isaiah Salinda at 15.
Cresting over a ridge. It gets quick the second half.
Get in.
Salinda, a man that finished second in Mexico about a month ago.
He told me a few days ago that he thinks that some players are cookie cutter, and he doesn't want to be cookie cutter. What will be the shot here from Minwoo Lee at 12?
Want to keep this left side of the fairway. Flags on the right side of this green. That's a beauty.
Miles down that left side.
Toasti is next. 28-year-old from Argentina.
Downwind on this tee shot, so with Toasti hitting it long off the tee, can certainly take advantage, get in the fairway. You have a very short second shot in.
Toasti represented Argentina in the 2024 Olympic Games. In fact, if you notice, every now and then you can see he has the Olympic rings tattooed on his right upper arm. Taylor Pendrith, third.
A couple different decisions you can make here. If you're confident, you can fly it most of the way there. Look at this, low checker. Took a bit of ground there and straight back into the green. Tough to get it all the way back to the hole.
So now Rory McIlroy, who's had a great day. He's 6 under to this point on today's round. 15 under, 4 shots back.
see the green change he's dealing with here. He's trying to land it right in that dark green area in the middle.
It took a peek, James. I thought he had that for a moment.
He was trying to make it. He knows he's running out of holes and he's got to make something happen.
Speaking about trying to make something happen, Sammy Valamaki is 2 shots back on 17.
Left cut pin location. This from 170. And that's another good look for Valamaki. Back up the slope.
Beautiful swing. Got a hard bounce there, but he's hit a couple really good iron shots here late, especially into 16, the par 5 here at 17, 170 in. Love watching him play. He's got flair.
Yeah,
it's exciting. He's fist pumping, making putts.
Whenever he gives that wry little grin, too, it just seems like he knows something that we don't know.
It's probably a safe bet. Wyndham Clark's on 17 as well. He's just in front of where Valamaki was. Clark has 134 yards left for his second.
Back into a little breeze, so probably a very comfortable wedge for Clark.
That's the difference between him and Valamaki is nearly 40 yards with the driver off the tee.
6 under on his round, trying to get one more. A little bit of an unforced error there. It's not going to be all that difficult, but would have liked to have got putter in his hand.
Minwoo Lee strolling up the fairway, well in front of Alejandro Toasti, bringing up the rear of this threesome. That is Gary Woodland. This one is going to be interesting.
He's going to have to get clever here, playing this low, and just hopefully he can judge this right, running up the slope between him and the pin.
Anywhere on the green would be good here.
It's not going to be the easiest shot he has coming up. Only 15 feet of green between the edge and the pin that he has to work with.
It's the beauty of the design out here with the front sections. There's fall off either side, so you can play ping pong if you're not in the correct position, and it makes it really difficult.
All right, Rory McIlroy, this is for par.
You saw it go by the hole. This is a right to left putt.
Big putt here, just inside of 9 feet.
Beautiful stroke, beautiful save.
Yes. Just so Trey say big putt here, because you had the sense that if he missed that one, the hill might have been a little too steep coming home to try to catch the top of the leaderboard. As we take you back to 12. Looking at Alejandro Toasti. Started playing the game. He and his brother, he's the youngest of 4 kids, but he and his brother showed an interest in golf. They said after watching the 2001 Masters, and they began playing their own version of golf, a charcoal stick by hitting a ping pong ball around the yard. He has 151 left.
Right hole location. Want to land this a couple short. This green does kick forward.
Amelia, how's the atmosphere in this group? Toasti looks like he's a little frustrated at the moment.
It feels a little tense. It's been tense since the 8th hole.
No, it'll just go. I think it was going to say the other way. You know what I mean? All right, you got it.
That's what makes the play from Minwoo Lee that much more impressive, because he was able to make par on the 8th and then a birdie on the 9th. So he's focused on his own game, and that's the key when you're in contention. You have to block out the external noise. Great position here on the left side of this fairway to a right hole location. The wind is picked up downwind.
Very nice.
Beautiful shot. I mean, Minwoo Lee has won 3 times in the DP World Tour. He's won twice on the Australasian Tour. He's won on the Asian Tour as well. And he's showing the poise of a veteran here today. Now Wyndham Clark at 17 with his 3rd.
Pretty straightforward chip. Just never got it high enough. Wyndham Clark will have that to remain 6 under as we jump up to 15 with Rory McIlroy. There's a little side bank right of this hole, and he does not get to it, so that's going to be a tough little putt. Uphill and then cresting over a ridge, working down.
Just a little late on it, you could see, with his body English there through impact.
How difficult is this?
I don't mind that he took putter.
Well, it shows how difficult it is when a lot of these guys are so good around the greens that he's taking putter. Got to keep the speed up here.
Nicely judged for pace, just a bit wide right.
Big putt for Sammy Valamaki here at 17.
And that was a good roll.
It is Championship Sunday at the Texas Children's Houston Open. Minwoo Lee leading the way. How about Sammy Valamaki's day? Why not start out with a birdie at number 1?
Always good to see it go in early.
Second shot at the 3rd.
From long range, some 264 yards, getting it to pin high and not very far away.
That would leave him with an opportunity for eagle.
Out early, able to make an opportunity of this one here. Got off to a quick start, -3 through 3.
He would par 4, 5, 6, and 7, his 3rd shot at the 8th.
Just a little wide right, but just able to throw enough spin on that to get it to stop within 3 feet.
Another birdie at another par 5 as we go to 10.
It's showing he had it all in this final round. This from 140 yards. Beautiful.
That would get him to 14 under. He'd make par at 11 and 12. This for birdie at 13.
This is when you started to think something special might happen.
He's now 15 under. He would par 14, and then he'd have this for birdie at 15.
No one making putts on this 15th green. The big Finn with the big fist pump.
And then at the par 5 16, this for eagle.
Able to come at this green in 2, played an intelligent shot to the fat part of the green, and this scared it.
Ooh. Birdie would result. He would get to 17 under. 17 under is where he stands. Sammy Valamaki is only 2 shots behind Min Woo Lee. Min Woo Lee on 19 under. You can see their respective efforts on this Sunday. And Min Woo Lee's has been a heroic one, I dare say it. 2 under through 11 holes. But Sammy Valamaki has just been entertainment to its nth degree. 8 under through 17. Put a good effort for birdie on 17. Can he get one more at 18? We shall see. Gary Woodland's having a great round. He's 5 under through 12. Look at Rory, 6 under through 14. Speaking of Sammy Valamaki, there is his card. 27 putts coming to the last 16 of 17 greens.
Really playing nicely, sitting at 8 under par. That is the course record that both Tony Finau and Scottie Scheffler share. So can he find one more at the last?
Scheffler at 13.
This is a reachable hole today, 309. Scottie also in nice position there, a little up and down, maybe a chance at a 2.
As Gary Woodland, who is on 16 under, has that much for his par. Remember, he was out of position off the tee.
Tough little chip shot that he elected to pull out putter with from just right of the green.
5 feet left for par here. A trying distance.
With Woodland, one of the closest chasers of Min Woo Lee with the amount of holes he has left, this is an important putt.
Second in strokes gained putting this week.
Gotta feel like a must make.
It looked like he was just aiming straight at it there, Dre.
And we take you to the 12th with our leader, Min Woo Lee, for birdie.
Lee being rewarded with good distance control, now has a flat putt, not a ton of break, but we have a lot of wind right now. Important to keep that lower body grounded to have good tempo.
Oh, beautiful tempo, beautiful pace. He's had the measure of these greens this week. He now gets to 20 under. That was your magic number, wasn't it, James?
It was, and look, it was only a matter of time before Min Woo made a putt of distance. He's been burning the hole all day, playing smart golf and a little bit of passion. Dre, good left to right slider under pressure too.
Yeah, he knows the level that he's playing at right now and taking advantage of it, just playing steady.
McIlroy for birdie at 15.
It's just up a ridge and then picks up speed right around here.
Really good effort, and look, it's most likely not going to be for Rory being 5 back with not a lot of holes to play, but this is the week you wanted from him going into that Masters preparation where he's just came in trying to sort his driver out, but making some lengthy putts and hitting it really good from the fairway.
Yeah, and in fairness to Rory, with a 65 yesterday, he's 6 under on his round today. It's a pretty good weekend. Ryan Gerard at 13.
Just at that yardage where it was awkward, where he still had to fly it a little short, couldn't create enough spin to fly it all the way there.
Thomas Dietrich at 18. This small distance is for his birdie.
How about this second shot?
Indeed.
We've seen no one putting for birdie from just short of this whole location. The big Belgian.
Scottie at
Scheffler's
13.
second shot at 13. This is an eagle opportunity. Just didn't get the grab that he wanted. He's going to have some work just to make his birdie.
Now you're looking at 17. It's Kurt Kitayama. He had to take a drop there. his second shot found the penalty area into that water.
Only 6 birdies here today. Remember, yesterday it was drivable. First 2 rounds it played very difficult for a hole that plays this short for a par 4.
This is uphill the entire way. Tough to get it all the way there. Not bad there by the 32-year-old.
Kitayama winning the Arnold Palmer Invitation a couple seasons ago.
Minwoo Lee has the honor here at the 13th, and playing behind the Scheffler group. They are still up on the green, but waving these players up just to help pace of play.
You got it? All right.
One of the more narrow targets that you have to choose on this 13th hole, win into out of the left. So you want to keep this up the left side, especially with the cut that Minwoo likes to hit.
Aimed well left of the fairway here, Amelia.
Keep moving.
Trying to force the cut, and he gets it.
What a shot there.
Very impressive. You could hear Bo say to him, "You're on the green." He's just short of it. What a great championship Sunday we have had so far. Great plays by so many, not the least of which our leader, Minwoo Lee. As we look at Alejandro Toasti on the tee at 13.
He's got
This
the
was a hard
firepower.
hit from Toasti. This is left, though.
He's kind of battled with some swing issues today, not playing that fade as he would like off the left.
It's been consistent, though. It has been left, so he knows which way it's missing as Fox sets up now, and he also has the firepower to get there.
Ryan Fox is the son of a legendary New Zealand rugby player, Grant Fox, who played for 8 years for the famed All Blacks national team, helped them win the inaugural Rugby World Cup in 1987.
Still holds the world record for most points scored in a World Cup, his dad, Grant Fox.
Legend. Salinda for birdie.
Very nice effort there. Salinda putting together a handy final round. Currently gets to -3 and 12 under par.
Well, that was for eagle there.
Impressive. I like him. I think he's another star in waiting.
He did show it when he finished 3rd at the Mexico Open.
Yep.
Winner on the Corn Ferry Tour last year. You're right. He's got all the tools you need to be successful on the PGA Tour. I think he just needs to get a little comfortable.
Yep, but he's not afraid of the moment. He prides himself on being able to kind of to deliver the needle.
Gerard now 8.5 feet for birdie.
Ryan Gerard at 13 for birdie.
Big swinger from right to left. Have to make sure you keep this outside the hole. Wow, it didn't move.
We've seen everyone miss that putt left, Dre, and he had a good stroke there. He's 1 over through 6 and 3 birdies since then. Now in -14 for Gerard, 6 back.
What about Scottie Scheffler? He stands on the mark of 15 under. He's 5 shots adrift. This opportunity for birdie, Scottie Scheffler.
And he can see Minwoo's ball just off that front edge also playing behind him. He knows that he's probably just going to keep going.
Hopefully he wasn't watching Gerard's putt here.
That from just outside of 8 feet. Scottie Scheffler is 4 back as we take you to Rory McIlroy.
Eighteenth hole, 408, 16th hole, excuse me, 531 yards. He has got the power, especially push it up that right side.
Or the middle.
Right middle.
Gary Woodland's approach at 14.
Leaning. Oh, it stays there too. Now, great chance for birdie from Woodland. Let's have a look at his swing here. Still very athletic in his grizzled veteran age, you would say, with Woodland, but always has that beautiful hold-off finish with his long lines, his wedges. It's just the way he can create the ball to go left to right, right to left. It's always pretty to watch.
While Alejandro Toasti is getting a ruling there, why don't we bring you up to speed on what's going on with this leaderboard again? There you see Minwoo Lee, and you just heard Trey say that he's just in front at the par 4 13th, and he is. It was a beautiful tee shot. He stands at 20 under. He's trying to hunt to 21 under mark. Sammy Valamaki is making his way through 18 as we speak. Scottie Scheffler's on the tee at 14. He just made birdie to close the gap to 4 for the moment.
Straight back into the wind. Want to hug that left side.
Scottie's 4 rights just aren't that far right.
I think it should come on time with that putt.
.191. Valamaki at 18.
He's come off 2 very well struck iron shots. Have to flirt with the front edge if you're going to get it close.
It's going to be a quick putt there, James.
He was eyeing it off as being a little left of that whole location, but he's misread that breeze a little bit.
Back at 13, Alejandro Toasti is getting ready to play.
A very difficult pitch shot for Toasti. This is an elevated green and a bit of a wet lie that Toasti has, so it's easy to come heavy with this.
Amelia,
Really
looks
have
like
to make sure you like the play here.
How impressive is that?
That is crazy good. You just saw the divot, how wet it was, and you still had to hit it with force and fly it 1 hop it onto the green.
Ryan Fox with his second.
Fox has been chipping it well today, just trying to drive it into the slope here in the front.
it's a pretty good shot, erring on the fat part of the green.
So Minwoo Lee's pitch shot here. Amelia, this is makeable. We've already seen Chan Kin make the only eagle from this position.
Oh, it is very makeable, and Minwoo's reading this chip like a putt on the upslope, so it doesn't need to add a ton of loft to this one. Can just drive it into the slope and watch this thing turn in. The key when you have a chip like this is don't get too greedy on being aggressive. If you don't make it, you still want a close birdie look.
And if he can get this putt to, or chip to fall, this might close the door.
you're going to leave it anywhere, right below the flag there, straight uphill.
Rory with his second into the par 5, 16th.
Only 165 yards remaining. How aggressive is he going to be? Really good. So difficult to flirt right of this flag stick, especially with the wind coming off the water there.
Back to 13 with Ryan Fox's effort first for birdie.
Fox would love to see this go. He's hit the ball so well today, has just not converted on the short putts.
Really tentative there, not able to get it to the hole. That'll leave him a little bit frustrated heading to the 14th.
We go ahead, 1. This is Gary Woodland for birdie from 11 feet 10 inches. The tour make percentage here is 32%.
This would get him within 4. Although Minwoo Lee most likely might get it to -21.
Back to 13. Birdie for Toasti is secured.
A little bit of an adventure there, but birdie 3 is the answer at 13 for Toasti.
He made a very difficult shot look quite easy. That's a class up and down for birdie.
And now Minwoo Lee to try to get to 21 under and 4 shots clear of any other.
Well, what set up Minwoo to be able to have another close opportunity at birdie is hitting a good tee shot. Hasn't hit a ton of fairways today, but the key when you're trying to win a golf tournament is hitting the right shots at the correct time, and that's what he did on 13. Now this is an excellent look with not a lot of movement.
To 21 under par goes Minwoo Lee. He extends his lead at the top of the leaderboard. And his play today has been just an example of sound judgment and execution. Scottie Scheffler from the right rough.
Go, Scottie.
Tricky hole location.
Ball, Scottie.
202. That is a great shot from that position. Almost playing 215 back into that breeze.
Sammy Valamaki. So here's a look at the 4 events that make up the swing leading up to the next signature event, the RBC Heritage. You can see them displayed there, and that leads us to the Aon Swing 5. It's based on the top 5 FedEx Cup point earners from these events, not already exempt. And there you can see right at the top of the list, Sammy Valamaki. And as you've seen the play that he has treated us with today, it is with warrant. So the putt that he has before him is for the course record. If he 2 putts from there, he'll tie that 62. We've seen a couple of times. We've seen it from a number of players, but a couple of times from Finau, a couple of times from Scheffler. Scheffler this week with it as well.
It's a big day for Valamaki as well in this final round.
So there you can see the list that Sammy Valamaki is trying to add his name to.
Valamaki, his best result this season was a tie for 15th at the Farmers, so ideally trying to get this down in 2, considering he's too far back, Minwoo Lee. But a man that was a rookie on the PGA Tour coming out of the DP World Tour, that is a fantastic week for him.
We go to 14 with our leader.
This 14th tee, Minwoo can really challenge that left side with the length that he has. This is trying to fade.
Very well done.
Just a fairway finder there at 194 miles per hour ball speed.
As we take you to 16, that's Taylor Pendrith. He'll have a eagle attempt before him. It's 44 feet 5 inches. The man from Ontario, Canada.
Four eagles here today. Gave it a good run.
How much could Rory have benefited from that putt?
A lot. He would have been not only looking at the line, but just the speed that Pendrith hit it at, considering you're kind of putting back into the breeze. But this won't be short. Rory's trying to make this, if he can make any sort of push. Gave that Reed a lot of credit out on the left side there.
Yeah, still pretty ho-hum birdie there for Wyndham Clark. I mean, Rory McIlroy. Here's Wyndham Clark.
For par at 18.
Impressed that, considering this is his best result of the season, that he didn't shy away from the moment. He was going for it over the last 3 to 4 holes, being aggressive, driver at 17. So good week for Wyndham Clark.
2 feet 4 inches left for Sammy Valamaki to tie the course record.
Really not a lot in this putt for the big man from Finland, but he knows what's on the line.
His best finish this year is a tie for 15th at the Farmers Insurance Open. He's done it. That's a 62 for Valamaki. 8 under on today's efforts. And 17 under for the championship on the wings of what he has done on this championship Sunday. So impressive.
64-62 on the weekend will vault you up that points list.
Hello. Scottie Scheffler with a chance for birdie here.
Tricky putt.
Just inside of 18.
Downhill left to right, straight at the end.
Oh, never a doubt.
Of course he makes the tricky read.
Scottie Scheffler gets it to 17 under. Remember, he still has a par 5 in front of him as we take you to the par 3 15th with Gary Woodland.
147 to this back left pin location. Just great tempo in anything that he is hitting off speed today. Fun to watch Gary Woodland in the mix.
Minwoo Lee is leading the way on 21 under. Scottie Scheffler just made a birdie to get to 17. Sammy Valamaki is now in the house with a 62, and Rory has a tap-in birdie awaiting him. How about Gary Woodland's day so far today? This was at the second for birdie.
I like the change to this putter for Woodland. He's been fantastic on the greens this week.
This is for eagle at the third.
Just from off the front of the green. Unable to get it there, but still very solid birdie to start out your round.
Yeah, 2 under through 3. He would par the fourth. Here he is at the fifth for birdie.
Another one in there close. Very nice stroke.
Pars at 6 and 7 for Gary Woodland. Chance for birdie at 8.
Took some extra time over this putt, but made sure the read was correct, and then he executed.
Indeed, he did. He executed on the entire front nine. He'd go out in 31, but he kept it going at 10.
Another one of those downhill right to left putts, perfect pace.
Pars at 11 and 12. The only cloud in his sunny day has been at 13, where he dropped the shot there. He's 4 under on the day.
Woodland 135 in strokes gained putting on the tour this week, top 5.
Impressive, very impressive. And he has another birdie opportunity we can report coming up at the par 3 15th. Got it just about hole high there. Minwoo Lee atop our leaderboard at 21 under, 4 under on today's efforts. This is the par 4 17th. That, of course, Rory McIlroy. You're watching continuing coverage of the Texas Children's Houston Open. Sammy's going to have a few things to sign today, methinks. What an impressive round. Hey, you know, James, you kind of alluded to it. It's not just Sammy. There's a lot of players that have so much they can take from this week, and what a great time of year to be getting these good signals. Second for Toasti at 14.
164 yards back into the wind. This is another pull left.
Struggled with that pull all day, especially when he's trying to fade it back into the breeze. Frustration continues.
Good.
Our leader, Minwoo Lee.
Just 149 yards for Lee. Front left hole location. Want to make sure you land this hole high back into the breeze. It will spin.
Expecting to be just beyond the flag.
Get left. Get left.
Just another beautifully struck shot. Looking for your first PGA Tour victory.
It's so impressive. You know, I was just thinking about that. With the shots you've seen today, with the decision-making you've seen today, with the course management that you've seen today, would you believe that this is a player that's hunting for his first win on the PGA Tour?
Not at all. I think that he's had so many learning experiences where he's been close. It's up to 15, where Keith Mitchell, a little out of position off of the tee, falls off quickly beyond that green.
Mitchell, one of those players inside the top 30. There's 3 guys that is not under par.
Mullinax.
Not to be. not having a fun day. 4 over on his round. No birdies on the card.
Yeah, just looking inside the top 30, there's a handful of players that aren't in red numbers, so you can see the frustration from Mullinex alongside Keith Mitchell. But then you've got Woodland, who's playing a fine final round.
He's currently 4 under. Has this birdie.
It's a big week for Woodland as well. Has not finished inside the top 10 this year. His highest finish at the WM Phoenix Open in a tie for 21st.
How good is it to see Gary Woodland not only playing beautiful from tee to green, but making putts again and fist pumping?
Yeah, he's a fan favorite. He is a player favorite. One of the best guys that you will meet on the PGA Tour.
And going through what he went through with the health scare, with the brain surgery, to be coming back and to be playing great golf again. Beneficiary of some sponsors exemptions to work his way back, and man, is he paying back all of that right now today.
Easy person to want to help out with those exemptions too. Just such a good guy, great ambassador for any tournament that has him.
And he's a multiple winner, US Open champion, so deservedly so.
Watch this putt again.
Loves to compete, the 4-time winner on tour.
Touch out of the right.
To 15 with Scottie Scheffler.
.147. Guarded by a bunker short. There is a slight bank just long right of this pin. But anything left will fall off. Can he dial in yet another yardage? I would say so.
That is Scottie Scheffler right there.
He is just a freak of nature when it comes to ball striking.
It just doesn't go away. And it's been the theme of the whole day, which has been very much about how Min-Woo Lee has played, because it's been so solid in every measure. Yet behind him, we've seen some huge names and those that are ascending up the ladder of the same. That includes like Sammy Valamaki with an 8 under 62 today. Just nobody's going away. So impressive. Here is a look at his card. 31 going out, 31 coming back. That equals 62. Our domestic broadcast partners, NBC Sports. Kira K. Dixon caught up with Sammy.
Record-tying 62. You vaulted yourself to the top of the Aon Swing 5 standings. That means you've put yourself in very good position to tee it up at the RBC Heritage in just a few weeks, a signature event on the PGA Tour. How important does a round like this go towards supercharging a season?
Yeah, of course. I feel like I've been playing decently all over like last 1.5 months, but just kind of it hasn't gone my way. So I'm happy finally kind of good in the weekend.
And when you think about this week, this is your tournament debut. What was it about Memorial Park that seemed to bring out the best in you?
Just ball striking, how it has been, and now kind of with the soft greens, and like it wasn't too windy in the last 2 days, so I've been just kind of enjoying and hit a lot of greens.
Well, it was a joy to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's go out to 17.
It was indeed a joy to watch. And out at 17, we're with Rory McIlroy.
Out of position, but still a short iron in hand for Rory. Not a great angle to this pin cut on the left-hand side. And that is going to be very useful for McIlroy, attempting to get to 17 under par and 4 back.
Minwoo Lee, can he make another birdie? Here's at 14.
This is for 3 in a row. It was such a weird putt. Minwoo and Bo Martin, his caddy, spent a while reading that, was playing for it to go left, but there was a ridge on that left side that pushed it right.
Emilia, he seems like he's allowing himself to have grace as well when he doesn't hit a good putt or maybe a little off in this shot or that. He smiles and kind of shrugs it off. Stephen Jaeger is our defending champion at the last. And finishing at 12 under, which is currently a tie for 11th, is a proud defense, no doubt, for the man from Munich.
Jaeger is putting together a decent season too. He's obviously that win last year and 3 top 5s, but he knows that that was a subpar week at a course that he really enjoys and has the tools to do really good things around here.
A couple top 10s on his year, though. He's only missed 2 cuts, so he's putting himself in the mix pretty consistently.
Minwoo Lee is leading the way. He's 21 under. Scottie, Scheffler, Sami Valamaki, 4 shots back. How has Minwoo Lee altered what he's done today? How about this one at the 3rd?
Beautiful touch, a nervy time in your round, being in the final group.
That would result in a birdie. At the 8th, this was his 4th shot after the penalty. And from 86 yards, he did this and set up a par-saving effort from some 8 feet.
Inside right putt, and that was a big momentum putt for him to continue his round, keeping his card clean. And then at the 9th, right cut pin, deciding to draw it over the water.
Bring it back to the hole, Minwoo. He would make birdie there and go out in 33. Pars at 10 and 11, this at 12.
He was giving himself a lot of opportunities. Finally got one to go, and you can see the fist pump. That was a huge putt to make at the time.
And he didn't stop. Here he is at 13.
Little chip for eagle on the drivable par 4 13th. Not his best effort, but close enough that he'd be able to convert.
And let's show you exactly how he did it.
Straight uphill. Scottie Scheffler was in the group in front. They called this group up, and he hit that drive and made that easy birdie.
He is 4 under on today's efforts. He is 21 under for the championship. 21 putts as yet in his longest drive. Only 343 yards. It is an impressive leaderboard. We've seen some great play today. It's been wildly entertaining. It's not over yet. Still more opportunities exist. Taylor Pendrith, this is for birdie at 17. Why not? Taylor Pendrith gets into a tie for 6th.
Someone made one at 17, finally.
It is possible. Rory McIlroy is at 17. You saw the shot that was coming in that Trey was telling us was from an odd angle, but he was able to get it into this range. So Rory McIlroy will have this for birdie. This is to try to join the group at 17 under from 15 feet 6 inches out.
He started his round with a bogey, and since then 6 birdies and an eagle. This to get to 8 under par on his round and 17 under, 4 back of Minwoo Lee. Nice effort there, just missing on that high side.
He's hitting his lines. He's just being aggressive. He knows he's got to make every putt coming in.
Scottie Scheffler will have a look for birdie at 15. 7 feet 7 inches.
Shot coming in here. This is going to slide a little bit from his left to right. Not the most inviting putt for a right-hander. Matt, I think he has to give away this left edge, and then the key is going to be for him to just make sure he stays in that putt. Very easy to let this drift a little bit to the right.
There's an audience watching it. That was so good. Brilliant camera angle. Scottie Scheffler gets to 18 under.
6 under on his round today. Pretty solid.
What a huge putt to make with Minwoo Lee watching back on the tee. Now he has the short par 5 16th to possibly apply more pressure.
And Andres, you nailed it with that putt. It moved from left to right. It looked like it had probably 3-4 inches of movement on it.
It did. He was lined up outside that left edge.
Gary Woodland at the par 5 16th, his second.
Great angle here. Trying to cut it back into that breeze.
Great shot there, right where he was looking.
It looked like they were looking for that ball to come back down off the ridge a little bit, but I think it stayed in its initial pitch mark.
You can see how much this 15th hole drops off to the left of this pin.
60,000 rounds a year I've played here. This is a public golf course.
See that green angle? Yes. It's only 3/4 minutes. 3/4 perfect. Yeah, no touch, that's good.
147 yards for Minwoo. Tucked left hole location, need to carry it at least 144 to cover that slope if you're going just a little bit right of the flag.
That was the anti-left swing there, Andreas.
I don't mind it in the position that he's in. 3-shot lead right now.
100%.
At the par 5 16th.
Yeah, I thought it'd be just barely right at the red stake. Lean a little closer to the red stake. I think so. Yeah, you see the just left the red stake. You can see the edge of the fairway over there. Yeah, that's right.
Scottie Scheffler was part of the group finishing second here last year.
This tee up 85 yards and straight downwind. Take it up the left side. You've got a great angle into this front right hole location. Take it up the right side and you shorten the hole dramatically. That's fine.
Scottie Scheffler, yeah.
Good angle.
Opportunity to get home in 2 at this par 5. Lots of drama still in store, folks. here at the Texas Children's Houston Open. At the 18th, Canadian Mackenzie Hughes. This is for birdie.
Right to left. Can he make a big putt to finish? Oh! That would have been to get to minus 14. We'll have to settle at minus 13.
Currently a tie for 9th. There you can see going out in 32 with only one dropped shot at the 7th. One birdie on the back, saw him post a 34 for a 66 overall with 27 putts, as you'd expect from his reputation. 14 of 18 greens and 9 of 13 fairways.
And his best result of the season.
Bodes well for Mackenzie Hughes. This is at the 9th, 18th hole. Rio with another birdie there.
Got off to a pretty good start this week, just struggled a little bit on the weekend.
It's Asune with a 68 today, 31 putts for him, but 2 under today nonetheless, and 6 under for the championship.
Look out for Rio Hisatsune. Rookie of the year on the DP World Tour in 2023. Second year on the PGA Tour, and I feel like when he gets comfortable, he is going to do some special things.
He certainly seems to have the confidence to give it a shot, to believe. Minwoo Lee is leading the way. He's 21 under par, 4 under today. As we go to 16, this is for Eagle for Gary Woodland.
Pretty good line here.
Go in!
Hello, Gary.
How about we get it to 7 under for the day and 18 under for the tournament? Only 3 back, Gary Woodland. What a final round. No one is making it from here. Everyone is missing it left.
Not Gary.
No. Right in the middle for Gary.
Playing it to the crowd just a little bit.
That was something to see.
Trey Molinek's not having his best day, but still encouraging of his playing companion.
Rory McIlroy at 18.
Out of position. Front right hole location.
180.
Just came out hot out of that lie. That's the indication when a player calls it to sit straight after impact.
This is a beautiful look at the par 3 15th. Minwoo Lee from 35 feet.
Up and then back
Initially
down.
coming up the hill.
Nice line on that one, Amelia.
It was very well done. His speed control's been great all week.
I'm not sure if you heard me mention it earlier, Amelia. I was talking about his caddy, Bo Martin, who's already got a major championship under his belt at Port Rush, of course, in 19 with Shane Lowry. But it's been really impressive the way that he works with Minwoo Lee as we watch Toasti.
100%, and when you can have that kind of experience as a caddy like Bo Martin on your bag, it helps so much, especially a player like Minwoo who's trying to win for the first time. Unfortunate missed opportunity for Toasti because that was an excellent iron shot in.
And Matt, you bring up a great point. You could see the conversations between Minwoo and Bo Martin today kind of getting a little longer, and he's lent on him in some pressure
look at
situations.
8, right? And was it one of you guys were saying on 8 that Minwoo wanted to hit that shot, and Bo talked him out of it.
James, you mentioned that he loves the spotlight and loves the flare, so you knew that he wanted to hit that shot.
And that was a pivotal moment, and Amelia could testify that he really wanted to hit it, get on his knees and try to get it out 20 yards. He got talked out of it and made a great par, and that could have been all important in how this tournament is shaken out.
Amelia, what'd you say to that one? It took double bogey out.
100%.
Remains solid on the short putts and doing what he has had to do today, just making sure that he's staying steady. Let everybody else come and get him.
Speaking of those who are trying to come and get him.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was wondering how you want to do it. Like,
It's 89 hole. You think it's a little soft?
definitely, anytime it spins like that, it's come out a little soft. So let's say that comes out, let's say it comes out lower 90s, and you get 15 hill. That would put us in there, pretty much right here where it would land if you got 15. Should we get 15? Big.
If you want to get a decent look at it.
Yeah, I think so. Don't you?
So a similar hole location, excuse me. Svensson first. Can see the top of the ball. He might get a little frisky and get the shoes off and get in there.
Well,
Yeah, where
he's
you
tied
come
for
down?
15th currently.
Yeah, perfect.
So Scheffler here, ball above his feet, out of the rough, wind off the right. It is a difficult shot to carve up into that breeze to this hole location, but he did it yesterday from a similar position.
188 awaits him. He just showed us there quickly. It's a 7-iron in hand.
Great swing, dude. Come on, baby. You're right.
That shot is so good from there. And I don't know why we would be surprised, because he did it yesterday where he flighted one up into the breeze in there close, and he made it look so easy.
Oh, what a great angle this.
Come on, baby.
Just throwing that straight to the moon.
Great shot.
Everything calling for that ball to go left, and to trust it like that, impressive.
Third for Rory McIlroy at the last.
That's a nice shot.
This will be the last time we see Rory McIlroy until Augusta National. Gary Woodland on the tee at 17.
One of the best stinger long iron players that you are going to see on the PGA Tour. You could throw Minwoo Lee into that mix as well.
Minwoo has the powerful long one, and it's Woodland has the one he just flights. It can move it both ways.
Minwoo on the tee at the par 5 16th.
With this tee box up, these players can cut the corner on the right.
Oh, this is trouble.
What just happened?
Up on this green, Scottie Scheffler has an eagle putt, so I'm not sure he knows what's happened yet.
Right line at the bottom. He just quit on this. There is a mile left off this tee. That mightn't even covered land. He might be dropping a long way back.
Just never got cleared out on that left side. Just got a little stuck. You can see where that ball started. Tough to tell if that did cross land. He may have to re-tee here, James.
At this tender hour, this development is huge. This is Rory McIlroy for par at 18. So he will see himself finish on 15 under for piece of fifth as Rory packs his bags for Augusta National, the next stop. But where we're at right now, Min-Woo Lee has found the penalty area right off the tee at 16. We're not 100% certain where he's going to have to drop, but it's going to be pretty far back if he doesn't re-tee. Scottie Scheffler's on the 16th green with an eagle putt that could see him ascend to 20 under. Woodland at 17.
And that opens the door for Woodland as well if he can come in with a couple more birdies. This from 168, right center of the fairway, left cut pin.
Sounded a little heavy, but he's been rolling it great from that 25 to 30 feet range.
Yeah, it's really not a bad shot. Not this one.
Just quick transition from the top. Open club face at impact, and because it didn't cover land, he is re-teeing right now. This is his third.
Well, the miss for Min-Woo today has been left, so not a miss that Min-Woo was expecting, one to the right. Now it's important to just reset.
There we go, Min-Woo!
There it is. There it is.
So Min-Woo settles in the right rough. The lie looks good. He lies 3 there at the reachable par 5 16th. Drama is surrounding us on all sides at the Texas Children's Houston Open. James, I have to assume what we just saw at this point at 16. Nerves?
Definitely, it's tough to win on the PGA Tour, even as good as Min-Woo has played today.
This is Rory McIlroy when he came in this scoring tent. This is video of him watching what happened.
And with Min-Woo, I think knowing that if he got a good drive away at 16, that the tournament was almost over. He's not going to have no more than an 8 or a 9 iron left into that par 5. So he's just thinking, if I get this in play, there's no way I can really miss the green for that position. So it's just the pressure he put on himself to get that shot in play. And now it's very, very interesting indeed.
On a hole like that, in your mind, the only thing that you can't do is go right. So it's hard to block that out. And obviously he didn't do it well enough there, but needs to refocus and get back into the mindset that he's been in all day. Just making sure that he's putting himself in position and giving himself opportunities.
This is where a really experienced caddy will tell you, hey, we have been fantastic from all our iron approaches. We're putting great. We still are doing a lot of things well. That is one shot. And we just need to clear it and go on and do our next thing.
There was a wry shaking of the head by Bo as that ball was bounding off to the right. His fate was insured in its path. However, the path for Scottie Scheffler is an eagle putt. He'll have 23 feet 4 inches for his effort to try to get to 20 under and only 1 shot back for now. What lies in store? We're definitely seeing that it is not a picture that's fully clear as yet.
Quite possibly could see a 3-shot swing. If Scottie gets that eagle putt to go, Minwoo still can obviously get it up and down to save his par.
It's hard though. He's, line 3.
Of course.
Off the tee. This is for birdie. So
that was the 13th, the short par 4.
And now this is 14 for birdie.
Downslope, a little slider away from him, and that was a big momentum builder.
One of the swings of the day for Scottie Scheffler. Difficult par 3, 15th.
He made that birdie, and then the shot that's going to set up the drama that will unfold presently from 188 with a 7-iron.
You're right.
It was right. 23 feet 4 inches above the hole for eagle. And there you see Minwoo Lee. You can see his ball off to the right there in the first cut. Minwoo Lee has 186 yards left for his 4th shot.
Straight downwind. That's maybe no more than a 9-iron for Minwoo Lee.
And perhaps torturously, Minwoo Lee will be watching Scottie Scheffler from the fairway.
Well, we know this putt can be made. We just watched Gary Woodland in the group in front make it from a similar position.
And the interesting thing about this is that even if the eagle is not secured, say he makes a birdie here and gets to 19 under, if Minwoo is unable to get up and down and he drops a shot, then we're going to have a 1-stroke margin heading into the last 2.
Left to right here is for eagle. It's a good putt. Saw Rory McIlroy confused with the read.
At 17, Gary Woodland to try to get to 19 under.
May want to fall a little bit right at the end. This is on a good line.
He had it. He would not know what is happening behind him.
Scheffler is now 19 under. 2 strokes back for the moment. Minwoo Lee stands on the mark of 21 under. He currently has a 2-shot lead, but his drive went into the pond that you can see in the middle of that aerial shot. Rory McIlroy is done. A 31 going out, coming home in a 33. Bogey at the last, yes. But a 64 was what he shot. Our domestic partner is NBC Sports, and Kira K. Dixon caught up with Rory McIlroy.
All right, we'll hear with Rory McIlroy after that 64 last bogey putt there, but otherwise a really positive day. You had 8 straight threes at one point. You said earlier in the week, this week was all about filling up your confidence bucket. How much do you think you accomplished that?
Yeah, the last 3 days were really good. Actually made a slight adjustment to my driver yesterday. I went to the range and took the loft off a little bit, and I definitely drove the ball better today. So that was a positive. saw some putts go in, and yeah, I felt like as I went on during the week, I got better and better, as the scores sort of suggest. So yeah, look, it was a good week. I still feel like I've got some stuff to work on, but yeah, overall a solid week, and nice to have another week to sort of get ready and fine-tune my game going to Augusta.
Speaking of the next week, what does that look like as the next time we will see you will be at the Masters tournament?
Yeah, I think just, working on a few things. My right elbow's been bothering me a little bit, so maybe just get some treatment on that and make sure that that's okay going into Augusta. But yeah, just, I've got my coach Michael Bannon coming in tomorrow. We'll do some work and, just make sure that everything's in good shape for a week's time.
Well, great week. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Kira.
Let's go.
All right, Kira, thank you. Min-Woo Lee, 186 yards out at the par 5 16th. This was his first drive on the right. Found the penalty area on that right side. And then his second tee shot, representing his third shot after penalty, is where he sits now. Ryan Fox is away. 191.
Fox just trying to get it on the surface here. Currently 1 over for his round. The most aggressive line we have seen. And that has worked its way back down into the water.
Yeah, Fox is having a tough day today. He's over par.
It's unfortunate. I think that covered over the red line. Now Toasti. Oh, wow. Okay, quite aggressive there from the Argentinian.
63. No, there's not. It's actually nearly a normal one. You're still 9 behind it to the top of the slope, which is 72. You know what I mean? Just a normal one. And finishing. Yeah, no, I want you to see the guy in white right of the TV tower. Yeah. That's where I want you to finish. All right? The wind brought it over. Yeah. Oh. It's a normal one.
Sit, nice soft. Really soft. Sit.
Conservative, but with all in all and the situation at hand, he was always going to be beyond the flagstick here.
This is the 17th. Scottie Scheffler's tee shot.
Able to push it up there with a driver. That's going to leave a short iron coming in for Scheffler.
Unless Min-Woo Lee can make the putt that is before him. And Min-Woo Lee is going to have 42 feet that he's going to drop a shot likely at 16. We'll have one shot divide. Let's take a look at what Rory McIlroy did today. This was his third at the third.
Beautiful touch around the greens, and it all started early in his final round.
Hit a bogey at the first, par at the fourth, this for birdie at the fifth.
Making it from 18.5 feet.
And then at the very next hole, another chance for birdie.
Left to right, read it perfectly. Dangerous man if he's making putts at that length.
he would make a par at the par 3 7th, but then this for a 3 at the par 5 8th.
18 feet seems to be the range because he would bury this for eagle.
So despite a bogey at his first hole, he'd go out in 31 and keep it rolling at 10.
Well, at this point, it was as big as a bucket.
He'd par the 11th, and he'd have this opportunity for birdie close up on 12.
Really a beautiful approach here to get it within inside of 10 feet. Had just enough pace to hold on to that right edge.
He would par the next 3, and at the par 5 16th, this for eagle.
This was a pivotal moment to really pick up some shots on the leaders and everyone majority on that side of the hole.
So it would be a birdie nonetheless. He would bogey his last, and Rory McIlroy would go out in 31 and come back in 33, a 64 despite 2 bogeys on the card with only 27 putts. So Minwoo Lee, 186 yards for his 4th into 16. He hit it above the hole into the fat of the green in fairness, but he is beyond 40 feet. And what he has left will be for a par putt.
Yeah, really being in that right rough after trouble off the tee, just making sure he didn't compress the mistake. So a smart shot to the middle of the green.
You saw Ryan Fox found the penalty area. And now
Ryan
this.
Fox.
Go ahead, Amelia.
I was going to say Ryan Fox will be giving Minwoo Lee a really good read. Minwoo watching this closely, be coming back down the hill, breaking to the right. All a matter of matching that line and speed.
66 feet away. You can see Minwoo on your screen up to the right, walking in to watch how this one finishes.
Oh, beautiful touch from long range for Ryan Fox. And Minwoo not really concerned with the line. It was more about the speed, considering he's not that close, but really just trying to dial in how he could get this one down in 2.
So just inside of 42 feet. Amelia, this is our first opportunity to get your reaction to the first tee shot by Minwoo Lee.
Shocked. I was so shocked when that ball went right. He hasn't hit it right all day. And now everything you've practiced on how you regain control of your nerves, that's what Minwoo needs to be trying to execute right here. You still have to tell yourself, this is where I want to be. I can still win this golf tournament. Now an opportunity here to make a really, really big par save. Coming back down the hill. It flattens out at the hole. Ryan Fox ended up a little short, so Minwoo can give this just a touch more acceleration.
Nice effort.
Yep.
41 holes without a bogey until here at 16. Minwoo Lee will drop to 20 under. He has now a 1-shot lead over Scottie Scheffler. Remember, Scottie Scheffler hit a huge drive at 17. Scheffler now from only 128.
Coming off of 4 straight birdies. Just flew that a little deeper into the green than he would have liked. He's going to have a slider from left to right.
Gary Woodland second at the last.
Way right off the tee. Gonna go up and over those trees. He loves it. Oh, and he should.
What a shot!
Out of position, out of the rough, and one of the best shots we've seen all day to this difficult hole location. What a swing by Gary Woodland.
Take note of this club twirl here, James.
I just can't believe how much spin he created from over there. Still quite a yardage in, and seeing no one stop it there. That'll be to get to minus 19 for Gary Woodland, and only one back.
You have to wonder if, because they have the big digital scoreboards all over the golf course at PGA Tour events, if Gary Woodland realizes what's going on right now too.
And we're seeing from Woodland being in the mix once again and challenging for a PGA Tour event. He's elevated his game. It's almost like he's played better the more close to the lead he's got.
That's well observed. This is on the other side of the golf course. Final hole of the day for Adam Svensson from Canada.
2 over on his final round coming into this last. Would love to finish off with a birdie.
Why not?
Not finishing on the side of the course that he'd like to.
There you can see the story of the day for Adam Svensson, leading to his 71.
Triple bogey at the 17th on his front 9. That would have hurt.
He's been struggling a little bit this year. Already missed 6 cuts on his season, so anything on the weekend is going to give him opportunity to build some FedEx Cup points.
I was kind of wondering if Gary Woodland realized how close he hit it from the angle that he was on.
Nope, would not have been able to see the base of that flagstick. Just knew that he hit it perfectly and was hoping the yardage was correct, and it was.
That's one of those where you let the gallery tell you.
Yeah, it's almost what's the decibels of the raw? That's how you know it's close.
Minwoo Lee's on the tee at 17. He now has a 1-shot lead over Scottie Scheffler. Jesper Svensson, the Swedes, at 25 feet 9 inches away on a similar line, because Scheffler is 21 feet on the button.
You can see Scottie Scheffler is primed to get in behind here and look at this putt.
Such an advantage to be able to get a perfect read off your playing partner. Look how quick he comes in to see this line. You're always looking at the player. How did he hit it? Was he happy with his read? To gauge that into your read.
Scottie got a little bit eager with this approach shot past the pin. Now he has 21 feet remaining for birdie. He's been filling it up the last 4 holes. Can he do it one more time and catch Minwoo Lee for the moment?
Back at the tee of this 17th hole, Minwoo Lee.
Conservative play with iron off the tee, taking this up the left side.
back up to the green. This is Scottie Scheffler from 21 feet to tie for the lead.
Moving left to right the entire way. I can't believe he didn't give that a chance.
Well, Svensson left his putt short also, so you know it's slow. That's what you're trying to get the read for. That is very, very strange.
So a par secured. Scheffler remains a 19 under. We just watched the tee shot of Minwoo Lee safely in the fairway at 17.
Beautiful finishing holes here at Memorial Park Golf Course in Houston, Texas.
They are indeed. Tom Doak renovated the property about 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. He started. Every hole from tee to green was impacted in some way. Sits in the shadows of that beautiful city. That's Houston, Texas. That's the 4th largest metropolitan area in the United States and the largest city in the state of Texas. Birdie for Gary Woodland at the last. He's now 19 under. He's now tied in the course record books for the 62 today.
What a closing stretch for Woodland to challenge for this tournament. Birdie at 15, eagle at 16, and birdie at the difficult 18th.
So you think Gary Woodland's heading to the practice grounds to stay warm, Trey?
I think that he probably should. I'm not 100% counting on that to be a high probability, but you never know. It's only a one-shot lead now for Lee.
On the tee at the 18th, Scottie Scheffler. One back.
Wide fairway. Left side is perfect.
Fascinating observation you made, James, and you said that Scottie Scheffler has gotten better as the situations become more acute, become more important, have more pressure on it. Bo and Minwoo, 17.
Yeah, 1-7.
182 yards for Minwoo Lee, tucked left hole location, just 6 paces from the left side of the green.
On our angle.
Amelia, I imagine it feels electric out there.
It is electric. It's important for Minwoo to rely on the experience of him being in contention before.
Amelia, is this wind dancing around at all right now?
Well, it just gusted, and that's why Minwoo stepped off. Wind into out of the left, which makes it hard to be aggressive to this left hole location. You just have to put a confident swing on it.
Not a bad spot right there, just on the fringe, but working straight back uphill into the grain.
Min-Woo Lee will have that left for birdie at 17. His lead is down to 1. What a great day of golf we have been able to enjoy today, and we thank all of you for being here with us from wherever you are getting this coverage of the PGA Tour's Texas Children's Houston Open. Min-Woo Lee is trying to win for the first time in the PGA Tour, and he's played great, save for the tee shot at 16 that cost him a bogey and narrowed his margin to 1 against Scottie Scheffler, who's 7 under on the day, against Gary Woodland, who's now done, who shot an 8 under 62. Saw many, many great rounds of golf played today.
Yeah, winds down, rain earlier in the week. Greens are very receptive out there, Matt. So players are taking advantage.
Yeah, as far as the weather, when it was a bumpy start to the week on both Thursday and Friday. On Friday, play was suspended because of some lightning in the area. Everything was caught up yesterday, and today was all about championship proportions. And for much of this round, it looked as though Min-Woo Lee would fight off anyone that would try to wrest from him the trophy, but now it's gotten so much tighter. There's Gary Woodland. This is in the scoring area.
Keith Mitchell looks like he just got done with a 12-round boxing fight.
A lot of loosening up of the necks by these players. All right, here's where we stand. Scottie Scheffler on 18, Min-Woo Lee on 17. They're divided by 1 stroke. Scottie Scheffler at 18 has 188 yards left. Min-Woo Lee at 17 has exactly 24 feet from just off the putting surface. His for birdie. Scheffler preparing for second.
You would have to believe that Scheffler needs to finish with a 3, considering where Min-Woo Lee lies on 17, the width of the 18th fairway. It's almost like it's not too difficult to make a 4 at the last, but it is difficult to make a 3. Now, Gary Woodland showed you can do it from just about anywhere.
Gary Woodland's 3 thrusted him to 19 under. He shares the second position on the leaderboard with Scottie Scheffler, both 1 shot back. So you could see just a moment ago in the scoring area where Gary Woodland was watching very intently the television monitor. Toasti and Fox playing alongside of Min-Woo. Toasti at 44 feet 4 inches away. Ryan is 29 feet 4 inches away. And as I mentioned, Min-Woo is 24.
There's a ridge on the left side of Toasti's putt that's going to push this to the right.
Ryan Gerard second at 18. Safely on the putting surface, a nice shot. Scottie Scheffler with a 300-yard drive.
Straight across. Breeze field straight across. Anything, there's some tendency for help. I shot it. I was thinking pretty straight, but not even bold, but just kind of going straighter at the flag, then drift a little left. What'd you see? Yeah, kind of steep. Yeah, I think it's mostly across. This ball flew about where it should have flown off the tee. It's been pretty consistent the last, hour straight on south, which is just barely helping. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah.
Scheffler's showed us that he has been so good at playing this specific shot late in the day in this final round. The hold-up fade into the wind off the right.
He has 188 to the pin. Massive shot, this. Back to 17. Amelia.
Slow putt, hard to get it there.
Nice call there, Amelia. Leaving it just below the hole shouldn't be a problem for par. And Scottie Scheffler is out of position after his second at the 18th.
That is a difficult up and down from just short, like you said, Dre. That is a very strange execution of a shot for him. Not only a little bit left, but coming up that far short when you do pull it a little bit left.
Maybe a tiny bit heavy.
Maybe.
Scottie Scheffler, who's done so much today. 7 under just on today's round to this point to get himself back into a position where he can contend for this title. That second shot at 18, so critically important. And it comes up short and bounds right. This is for par at 17. Minwoo Lee will go to the 18th tee on the mark of 20 under. This was the reception that Scottie Scheffler received from the Texas faithful. Born originally from New Jersey, but moved to Texas early on and views himself as fully a Texan now. He had birdies today at 3, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, and 16.
This is not easy, as you can see from this view here. Dramatically below the surface. He's got to carry it over a false front onto a down slope and then spin it to stop it near this flag stick here. Need a lot of skill, a lot of speed, a lot of spin, and land it perfectly. Makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Excellent shot from Scottie Scheffler. So he has that left for par. Minwoo Lee just made par back on 17. So with a one-shot lead, Amelia, it's likely that Scottie, if he converts for par at 18, is going to need a little help here.
Well, it's been the driver that has been off for Minwoo, the only part of his game that has been. This is down the left side.
It's fine over there. It's just avoiding picking up some mud on the ball. But the angle is perfect. I can tell you that tee shot was not going right.
No, sir. Not a bad angle to that pin, though.
We've actually seen quite a few players play from that left side today. There's Svensson. He's 2 over on his round today.
Unfortunately, with everyone playing well, not only today but yesterday, that's going to send you tumbling down the leaderboard.
That should answer your question right there, Matt. Is Gary Woodland going to stick around and go hit some balls? Yes.
He is tied for second with Scottie Scheffler, both at 19 under. All right, next week on tour, it is the Valero Texas Open. It'll be taking place at TP San Antonio Corsi Oaks course. And then the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. That'll be at the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, Florida. PGA Tour champions. The Korn Ferry Tour, the two gents sitting next to me are both going to be one lead analyst and one on the ground for the Club Car Championship in the Korn Ferry Tour at the Landings Golf and Athletic Club in Savannah, Georgia. Gary Woodland is staying loose.
Not much to this.
Scheffler, Woodland in the house on 19 under. They are one shot behind Min-Woo Lee, who hit a safe drive off 18. He is in the left rough. How will Min-Woo Lee's angle be from that left side?
The angle's perfect. It's just with the weather we had earlier in the week, what's the lie like, and is it a clean golf ball? Scheffler's got to be proud of his effort. Not only how he finished this final round, but considering he didn't have his best stuff on the greens yesterday, and today, once he got a sniff of the lead, he really put his foot down, and a great up and down really to stay one shot back on the last.
He showed why he's the best player in the world with patience all day long. Never really seemed to force the issue, never got too high or down on himself, and just started to close with a flurry of birdies on that backside and inward 9.
Yeah, 4 in a row, 13 through 16, especially when he kind of saw that Min-Woo was struggling a little bit behind.
We can report that your keen eye, James, is as astute as ever. The drive he just hit here was his second longest for the week. 345 yards, ripping it down the left side here at 18. Ryan Fox will be away, 168.
Take a couple steps back, please. No pressure. Thank you.
166 yards for Ryan Fox. It's a flat lie and clean. There's no mud on it. Aggressive line.
Oh, beautiful shot for Ryan Fox. Can he pay it off with a birdie? Possibly get it to -11, break out of that deadlock at -10.
Alejandro Toasti will be next from 165.
The ball does pitch towards the back of the green where this flag is located, 23 paces on. This from 164, drawing towards the flag.
Not a man that shies away from a challenge. Aggressive here.
Scottie Scheffler coming into the scoring tent. There's a huge monitor above the sign. There it is. Meanwhile, Gary Woodland staying loose. He and Scottie Scheffler are tied at 19 under. Min-Woo Lee, the last to strike here at 18.
Yeah. Yo, Tommy!
The lie is clean for Min-Woo. It might just be sitting down a touch, so could get some tumble when this lands on the green.
It's quite a bit right to left.
Just trying to check the wind here. Mainly out of the right, but just slightly down, if anything.
Yeah, see the guy in the white hat. See below. See the Texas. See the T of Texas. Yeah, landing on that. Coming down on that. It's normal one of these, all right? Everyone stand still. Thanks. I trust this one.
155 yards with this wind out of the right to finish left. You can aim at this flag.
Ideally, anything in the middle of the green, just don't come up short.
Well, it's not over yet, James.
If you're going to err on the correct side, it's the back of the green. Everything uphill to that whole location. 50-degree wedge, maybe a little bit of a flyer, maybe the adrenaline.
The fate of this tournament lies in the hands of, right now, Min-Woo Lee. If he fails to get up and down for par, then we could see ourselves going to a three-man playoff. Min-Woo Lee, Scottie Scheffler, Gary Woodland. You could see as soon as he made contact, he was concerned.
Well, Matt, this is what you dream of. If you were to ask Min-Woo Lee at the start of the week, you have a one-shot lead and all you have to do is par the last to win your first PGA Tour event, he would have gladly taken it. But it's never easy to get your first win.
If he can close this out, he's a player that has, as we say, the it factor. He's got a huge personality. He's got a sharp intellect. He's got a great sense of humor. He's got a game that inspires because whilst not possessing a massive frame, he hits the ball a ton. He's third coming into the week on the PGA Tour average driving distance.
And not only to get your first victory over the number 1 and 2 best players in the world of Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, so that would go a long way. to giving him confidence for his career.
James, do you think he puts putter in his hand?
I don't mind the putt.
I think so. It just has to be the club, yes. Not a lot of green. Not a lot of rough between fairway between him and the green, so get it on the ground as quick as you can.
If it was,
I love putter.
If it was the same shot on Saturday or Friday, do you think it's still putter?
I think so. To this whole location, there's a lot of green to work with, and especially that it's not lift, clean, and place in this final round. Ball isn't that perfect lie. Now, he does have one of the best short games on the PGA Tour, but this has just got to be the play for him.
Yeah, it's situational right here when you're in this kind of moment like Minwoo is trying to win for the first time. It's easy to get tension in the small muscles, so you don't want to put any kind of wedge in play for the chance of getting a little too steep and hitting it in the ground. Minwoo is putting back up the hill here, breaking from right to left, so he can go ahead and give this one a hit and not have to worry about the strike.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Amelia, how sharp is the grade that initially till he gets to the putting surface?
It's pretty sharp. This hill on the right side is relatively steep, so it's important for him to find that apex in the putt where everything starts to turn. This is where breathing is really important, making sure that you have the same exact routine as you would if it were the 6th hole today.
What a putt! Come on, indeed.
How about that?
To this point of his career, that is likely the most important putt he has ever hit in his life.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Easy to leave this short with nerves.
The weight was so good. That reaction, so classic. It seems as though the weight of what he is about to accomplish is already setting in on him. Seemingly emotional as he was walking away after marking. There he is with Bo. Ryan Fox for birdie. There you go.
Well done, Foxy. Finally gets one to go.
Yeah, he'll get to 12 under with that and finish in a tie for 11th. Alejandro is attempting to get to 15 under with this birdie effort. That could see him finish in 5th. Well done. Well done.
Good fight back for Toasti. 3 birdies in his last 6 holes.
And now a putt of very much historic proportions, and why not for this event? 77 years on the PGA Tour and for his first win. Minwoo Lee has done it. If he didn't already have global star status in the game of golf, he just earned it there. Holding his edge as some of the best players in the world threw their best at him. Very impressive.
That's all Scottie Scheffler can do is just laugh. He gave it
a great one.
And so did Gary Woodland.
Love this reaction, gents.
He knew. He'd solidified it right there. His first PGA Tour victory over the two best players in the world, Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, in a very talented field. Shivers. As an Aussie, couldn't be more proud.
And let's not forget what comes with that. He will be playing at Augusta National in 2 weeks.
Scottie Scheffler watching the final. Scheffler gave it such a great run today.
4 birdies in a row on the back 9.
Scheffler gave it a great run all week. He opened with a 67. He went 62, 69, 63. Gary Woodland, a 69 to open. Then he went 64, 66, 62. Minwoo Lee is your winner.
And Matt, what did we say at the start of the day? What was the number we thought was going to get it done?
It was you.
We all thought it.
It was your number. You said 20 under, to your credit. FedEx Cup standings. Rory McIlroy leading the way. Sepp Straka behind him. You can see where Minwoo Lee moved all the way up to 16th by virtue of his victory here at the Texas Children's Houston Open.
Minwoo Lee finished 65th on the FedEx Cup points list last season. So working on eclipsing that, of course, with this victory right here.
They have been out in support all week. The fans here in Texas and from Houston have been so supportive of this event. This is an event with incredible history. The first winner of it was Byron Nelson over Ben Hogan, and a couple more over Sam Snead.
Minwoo, it was a 67 in your final round to earn your first PGA Tour victory by 1. Under that pressure, how did you maintain the consistency in your irons and putting today?
You know, to be honest, those are probably the two sides of the game that, you know, were a little streaky, and to get it done and to hit shots that I didn't trust, you know, a month ago, it's unbelievable. I mean, it was a big mental grind, and I'm very proud. Just looking around, the Houston crowd was awesome. Obviously, Scottie was right there, and it was nerve-wracking. I mean, coming down the stretch, obviously, you know, I don't try to hit it that far right on the par 5 and somehow hit it 80 yards offline, and that's just golf. And you know, my caddy Bo, you know, told me to just keep your head in, like 72 holes, the other 71 holes. So I'm very proud.
What were some of those shots that you did not trust a month ago that you pulled off today?
Yeah, I mean, just hitting it higher, especially into the wind. It got a little windy in the back 9, and you know, I hit a lot of good shots. And again, so proud. But yeah, it was just. So, I mean, I've been trying to hit it high for a few years now, and just to get it trustworthy and down the stretch. And yeah, I don't know. It's a very proud moment for my team and Coach Richie and myself, so let's keep it going.
You talked about your caddy, Bo Martin, and the conversations that you had today. What were some of the pivotal ones?
I mean, no, he did a great job. There was, you know, I trusted myself a lot. You know, you lean on your caddy a lot, and you know, we knew we could win one day, soon. And you know, I've been playing a lot of good golf over the last couple months, so to get it done, yeah, me and him knew that it was gonna be done. But yeah, it's exhausting, and it is tough. And these guys winning out here a lot, hats off to them. So I mean, I want to do it more, but got to gear up for it.
Well, congratulations, Minwoo, on being a PGA Tour winner.
Thank you. Let him cook.
That was the moment of victory. Minwoo Lee, another winner on the PGA Tour from Australia. And he forevermore will carry the moniker with him of being a winner on the PGA Tour. The sense was that it was only a matter of time for a player of his immense talent, but he also has an immense personality, as well, as you just heard from Amelia. Thank you to Amelia Durand for doing a great job for us all week. Thank you as well, James Nitties, Andres Gonzalez. You can hear both of those gents in the coverage coming up this week on the Corn Ferry Tour. And thank you to all of you for joining us this week. It was an amazing week of golf. The Texas Children's Houston Open at the Memorial Park Golf Course. Young and old were out here to see all of the action. Plenty of birdies was had by all, as you saw on the leaderboard. And man, did we see some entertaining golf. It delivered in every way that you could imagine. And a deep congratulations to Min Woo Lee for winning for the first time on the PGA Tour.